get an extra 5 points for a champion versus a second place finish. Pennsylvania currently leads 173 points. Illinois in second with 155. Now, second is still up for grabs because Iowa in third place has 4 finals.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how the team race unfolds as we watch all of the individual finals. We're going to see 16 and under division here. We're going to start with 88 pounds in just a little bit. For those of you who haven't been watching this whole week, this whole tournament unfold, 16 and under, and the action flies really fast. Just 2-minute periods, 4-minute matches. So we're going to see a lot of action, really quick matches, but it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, reminder, because of those short periods, a little bit different rules. The first passivity puts it on the shot clock. Once we get about 15 seconds, a minute in, if there are no points on the board, somebody must go on the shot clock.
Yeah, yep. Hopefully we don't see many of those, passivity points flying up. Hopefully we see a lot of points early and often. That's what we love to see, right? We want to see those points flying up on the board. Right before we went live here, we had the parade of All-Americans, the showdown of the finalists, kind of setting the stage. And one of the unique things about this year as well is we have 16U and junior finals going on at the same time. So we're over here, mat 2, mat 1. We got the junior finals. You can kind of double up screens, watch both of them at the same time. But that also produces just a really good fan product. We have the fans really close to the mats this year. A little bit different environment. Should be a lot of fun in-house as well as being at home.
And tonight's a great opportunity to utilize the split screen function if you're watching on a computer. If you are watching on the Roku or iOS app or any other device, you will have to use multiple devices if you want to watch both of these finals simultaneously. And we've got our spotlight, so our athletes are going to be coming to the mat here very soon. We've got a loaded slate here of 17 finals in the 16U because we start at 88 pounds, finish up at heavyweight. Going to be a lot of good matches. A couple I've really got circled. 106, Gray Burnett is on an absolute tear. He's taking on Bruno Cassiope. Burnett defeated his brother in the semifinals. And Bruno, probably the craziest semi of the day, junior or 16U. Lat drop at the last second, pick up the fall while he was down by 6 points to make it here to the finals.
Yeah, literally could not have come any later that fall. What other finals you got that you're circling there?
The one I'm circling, 160, Maximus Norman of Tennessee versus Aaron Stewart of Illinois. Like I said, Illinois in the team race. Tennessee have been a great tournament historically for Tennessee. That's partially because of Maximus Norman here in the finals.
Yeah, Norman's really high put or offensively, just really offensive from start to finish. These powerful athletes who I've got to watch. These quarterfinals and semifinals will be a good one. But here we see we got our 88-pound first finalist taking the mat from Ohio in the red singlet, Brandon Dickerson. And he will be facing off against New Jersey's own Edward George. Referees out on the mat. We are shaking hands here. We are underway, 88-pound finals.
George coming off of a huge win in the semifinals over Ace Chittum, who was my pick to win this bracket. He beat him 4-2, really controlled the entire match, but a really tough opponent in Bickerton.
Yeah, Bickerton's done a good job of winning consecutive close matches, pretty much from the round of 16 on, quarterfinals on, and so he'll be used to being in a tight, highly contested match like we expect this final to be.
Here's a single leg from George, and we're going to get a quick, potentially dangerous, watching that knee and ankle of Bickerton. Now it's Bickerton to the leg, darting in to the angle, close shin wizard defense from George. Bickerton trying to come behind. But George keeping him at bay with that whizzer. And now Bickerton going to elevate and take George out to pick up the step out. Our first points of the match go to Bickerton.
Yeah, Bickerton's really good with that. It's almost like a little misdirect from space. Goes left, then the right side. He hit that a few times in the semifinal match, and that's what we saw there in that first leg attack.
Get back to that inside tie!
George controlling the ties here with the underhook inside control, uses it to get to the leg. We're grounded here, so if we do go out of bounds and nothing changes, there will be no points. It looks like we're going to get a stalemate. There it is. The official stains the two back up with 36 seconds to go in the opening period. Nice slide by Bickerton. Drops down to the leg. Again, he's going to have a tough time finishing with the closed shin wizard defense from George.
Keep your head up, keep your head up!
Looking cradle. He's going to get 2 points on the exposure. And they go out of bounds. Strong finish there from Brandon Bickerton.
And he did a really good job. You know, you mentioned he hit the slide by, didn't get fully behind, dropped down to the single leg, and then finished with that blowing right through. So good job there from Bickerton, kind of stringing one thing together to another thing.
That's going to do it for the first period. The step out and the exposure for Brandon Bickerton give him a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Bickerton, good job striking first, and as we mentioned, you know, these periods, they fly by. So George gonna need to get on his offense, not let Bickerton get back to those singles.
George had success going to the underhook and collar tie in the first period. We'll see if he tries to go back to that.
Off your knees!
There's that slide by again from Bickerton.
This time George did a good job squaring up, not letting him get that angle.
Yep, felt it in the first period.
Put two together.
Able to defend here in period number 2.
Yeah.
Yes! Now get him to the edge!
There's the underhook from George, taking Bickerton to the zone.
Now you snap!
George wants that step
Now you
out.
snap!
But
Almost
Bickerton,
got it, yeah.
Good job circling in by Bickerton.
Keep your butt centered!
These two guys, you know,
Get out of there! Get out
both
of
younger,
there!
yet to
Gotta
hit
get
high
something
school.
offensive.
Bickerton just going to be a freshman at Medina High School, and George still just going to be an 8th grader, and he's currently homeschooled.
And
Yes!
pressure in from George allows Bickerton to drop down to the double. Not going to get the takedown, but will get 1 point on the step out.
Yeah, just 55 seconds to go here now. The urgency's really on for George.
Yep, 2 2-pointers would put him in the lead on criteria, however. He's already looking headlock. I don't know if he needs that yet.
Not yet.
Nope, he can go take down and turn. George forcing this position with the double overhooks, but Bickerton going to ground himself and pull wizard. They go out of bounds grounded.
Yeah, and that's the second or third time where Bickerton's showing some savviness on the edge there. Looks like maybe he's going to give up a step out, able to turn in and force the stalemate.
George underhook to the edge, trying to jack Bickerton up.
This time he gets it.
Yep, he's going to get 1 step out. He needs more than once now with 20 seconds to go. He needs 2 2s or a 4.
Put two together.
Unless he can get a real quick step out. Front headlock position. He's got to try something. Looking for a go behind Bickerton. Gets to the leg. And Brandon Bickerton going to hold on for the victory.
And he's fired up. Our first champion of the night gives the shout, flexes. Brandon Bickerton. It's the offense in the first period that really paid off for Bickerton there.
Yeah, he used that single, that slide by. And his defense, very nice. Well, really savvy match there from Brandon Bickerton.
Yeah, just a little bit better from the start, and George looked like he was starting to put things together there in the second, but didn't have enough time to hunt down Dickerson, and Dickerson comes away with goal. But good match here as we'll see our match replay. Here we see that first two-pointer as Dickerson just blows through George, and then at the end, holds on and celebrates. And that's our first match tonight. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back with you for our 94-pound finals.
Wrestling Association at 94 pounds on mat 2. Coming down the stairs for Team Minnesota, Turner Ross. This one in the middle of Team Michigan, Jared Smith.
And we are back with you. 94-pound finalists are on the mat. You see Jared Smith in the blue out of Michigan and Turner Ross in the red out of Minnesota. Ross in the red, Smith in the blue. We'll shake hands, and we are underway at 94 pounds.
Smith comes out looking for a 2-on-1, using it to snap, trying to get to an angle. Ross grabbing far tricep to square up, though.
Ross will be a freshman this year at Simley High School. Smith going to be a sophomore at Lowell High School, Michigan. Lowell, same high school as the Deans, Gabe Dean, Max Dean.
Okay. I know Simley has produced a lot of stud wrestlers as well, so both these wrestlers coming from good programs, and Ross going to go on the clock first because Smith would control the first 45 seconds with that 2-on-1, and he's right back to it. Ross needs to grab that top hand to get rid of this. Smith is doing a good job of using it. He hasn't been able to get to a takedown yet, but he's not hanging out. He keeps going to that snap, which is keeping the ref off of him. So they're not calling stalemate. They're on him to work from there.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll see, refs, they don't really allow you to sit in one position for too long, but then other times they let you work a little bit. Looks like this ref's, just letting them work.
And Ross unable to score in that 30 seconds, so the first points of the match go to Jarrett Smith at 1 point on the shot clock. Ross spending a lot of time on the knees here. Now he comes up with the underhook.
Red's got to open.
Yeah, I called Ross's semifinal, did a lot of the same thing, really seems like he feels comfortable underneath there. Underneath in that front head, maybe shallow underhook position. So we'll see if they get back there at all. I mean, that was kind of the whole first period. It was just right there, tied up between the 2-on-1 and that little underhook there.
First period goes to Jared Smith because he was able to get to his ties. He controlled the match. Turner Ross will have to make some adjustments.
Yeah.
But as much as Smith was able to control the first period, he didn't do a whole lot of scoring. So Turner Ross very much still in this, but Smith right away back to the 2-on-1.
And if we don't see any scores here in the first 30, 45 seconds, we'll probably see Smith put on the clock.
Red still got a block. Open.
There There's a nice shot by Ross.
Over the head.
Smith sits the corner looking for exposure, and he's going to get it on the crotch lock.
Drag. The head.
Comes all the way through, too. So he's still in good position.
There you go.
Can try and come behind. There he gets the right arm down, and he's going to end up on top with a chance to turn. No points because of the exposure.
For that lace, though. Doing a good job progressing through it, but whistle blows it dead. So it's 3-0 here. Minute 12 to go in this match. Now Ross has got some blood. Man, Ross did a really good job getting to that leg quick, but crotch lift executed really well for Smith.
Yeah, you know, Ross got in so deep that it made sitting in the corner really easy. Baseline defense wasn't an option. Just 4-minute matches. Plus, you see Brandon Paulson in Ross's corner. You know he's going to have a full tank of gas here for this last minute 12. Ross threatening to go back to that right leg.
There's the 2-on-1 again.
1 minute.
Yeah, that's going to keep Ross at bay, not going to allow him to shoot.
Yes.
He's grabbing far arm and circling up.
Down.
Would like to see him grab that top hand
48.
to clear out of that tie. Smith can burn a lot of clock if he gets back to that 2-on-1. And he's right back to it. 30 seconds remain. Now the official's going to break on. But I got a feeling Smith's going to try and get right back to that 2-on-1.
Yeah. He's been able to control the tie from there, and why not? You know, why not get back there and control it?
Ross unable to clear this 2-on-1. And that's going to be it. The 2-on-1 plus the crotch lock exposure, the story of this match.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, it doesn't have to be pretty if it works. And that was the story there for Jared Smith. He found his control position, scored his points, and he's going home with the big old stop sign. He's champion for Michigan.
Yeah, really smart match there from Jared Smith. I got a feeling Coach Paulson's going to be working on some 2-on-1 defense with Turner Ross.
Yeah.
In the coming months.
Jared Smith, just the 14th Fargo champion in the 16U division for Michigan. Yeah, that's that complimentary of the Fargo Almanac.
Shout out to Jason Bryant.
Hey, you see something?
And we're going to be taking a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our 100-pound final between Seamus Reagan and Caleb Noble. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Finals coming to the mat in the red singlet. Seamus Regan out of Tennessee. And his opponent will be out of Illinois. See Caleb Noble. See him on the screen there in that green and blue Illinois singlet.
Noble with a fun one in his semifinal. Took out Sans of New Jersey 8-7. Came out to a strong lead, scored 6 points in the first period, and had the defense in the second to get it done. Once again, this one important for the team race. Illinois currently in second place, 9 points ahead of Iowa, who's in third place.
And we are underway. Regan in the red, Noble in the green and blue.
Noble darting in, low double, no points yet. Reagan still threatening with the chest wrap, but it's going to be to Noble, now to Regan. 2 and 2 for Regan, 2 hip tips. And now Noble looking to come out the back door. He's going to get exposure there. Noble taking the lead on criteria. And we're right here. Is Noble going to try and go back exposure once again, or is he going to wait this out for a stalemate? Going to wait it out for a stalemate. And entertaining first 43 seconds.
Yeah, these guys aren't sitting waiting around like our last match. We already got 8 points on the board. And Noble was able to get in on that double right away. Regan pretty successful with the defense there, able to score some exposure points. Might make Noble think twice about shooting that shot again.
Regan doing a good job of taking ground here, and looks like he's going to get a step out. Yes, he will.
Noble step out.
Oh, Noble step out, okay.
I think he was able to pivot just in time, kind of force Regan to take that misstep there.
Same attack here for Regan, though, taking Noble to the edge. This time he will get the step out. Noble darting in. Regan catches him.
Off your knees, you're fine. Hand snap, hand snap, looking for snap. Looking for snap.
Regan, you can tell, loves to take ground, march forward. Noble doing a good job of grounding himself here. He's got to be careful he doesn't give up caution and one from this position, however.
Grounded's a call, but the
caution and one was offered, but not confirmed.
Yeah, not confirmed.
And that does it for the first period. An entertaining one. Tennessee in the lead, 5-5 on criteria.
Yeah, a lot of good action there in the first period. Makes you wonder what's going to go down in the next 2 minutes. Are we going to see, the pace continue to stay high, or are we going to see a little more slow pace as they settle in?
Catch the breath for a bit.
Look over in the corner there. Team Illinois coach Zane Richards flew straight from
busy man,
Budapest, Hungary, where he was competing on the senior level right here to coach in Fargo.
And that was coming from a camp in Colorado Springs shortly after making the world team as well. So no rest for the wicked. Front headlock position. Regan holding on to that elbow tight, comes up to a 2-on-1. Noble's going to try and circle in here. Grounded, and we're going to get not grounded, 1 point on the step out. Noble coming up to his feet before going out of bounds there. So Regan taking the lead outright, 6-5. And continuing to march forward with those inside ties.
Yeah, we've seen that, 3 or 4 times now, where starting in the middle of the mat and Regan's just able to slowly plod him out of bounds. And could prove to be the difference as the match wears on.
Even with overhook here, Regan is continuing to march forward and take ground now. Noble circles back to the center. There's a single leg attempt for Regan. Lat drop attempt from Noble, and he's going to give up 4 points there. It's probably not the defense you want to see.
He's asking for a brick.
I think he wants 2 instead of 4. I don't know, though. I mean, he tried the lat drop and went right to his back. Maybe went to his butt first. But it was Regan's shot that forced that action.
Yeah.
So I'm not
Yeah,
sure
almost,
if I love the brick here.
Almost looked like a YOLO lat drop, and maybe that's how they're going to interpret it, even if that wasn't what Noble intended to do.
Here we're going to get a replay of that. You see the single leg from Regan, and the lat drop attempt from Noble went right to his back.
And really, if you think about the points that Noble scored, it was really all in that first little flurry where he got the two-point moves and then the one on the step out. So it's been a minute since Noble's been able to get to his offense.
Momentum definitely on the side of Regan here with under a minute to go. Kind of similar to Noble's semifinal, except in that one he was up 6-0. Okay, good challenge. Just a two-pointer.
Okay.
For Regan, he is still up by 3 points, 8-5. Noble able to catch his breath and comes out aggressively after the break. Regan low center of gravity, continuing to pressure forward. Noble circling back to the center.
Clear that underhook and go.
Noble's got to clear these underhooks here. Well, Regan's going to be able to continue to just march him forward.
Yeah, Regan doing such a good job. Holding position and really imposing his will.
There's a lat drop attempt. A little bit better attempt there from Noble, but Regan going to end up on top. No fall, but this match is all but done with just 3 seconds to go. Regan up 10-5.
And that's it. Sheamus Regan is your champion. Tennessee with a champion. Gets the 10-5 victory. And the backflip.
Hey. Yeah, Noble with a good opening flurry, but for the most part after that, it was all Regan here in this 100-pound final.
Tennessee, that's just the third title for Tennessee.
And 16U freestyle.
In the 16U freestyle, yeah.
So we're going to get a replay of that action here from this bout before we head on up to 106 pounds.
And here we see the last exchange and the hand raise. And Sheamus Regan is your champion. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back with you for 106 pounds. Welcome. Ready for our 106-pound final on the screen. You'll see out of Ohio, Ray Burnett. Ray Burnett been on an absolute tear this tournament. almost every match he's ended early by technical superiority or fall. And his finals opponent will be out of Illinois, Bruno Cassidy. Illinois, another finalist.
Yeah, and this one, a big team race with big team race implications. Noble going down in the match before. Ohio trails Iowa by just 5 points. They currently sit in 4th place behind Iowa, who's in 3rd. And Illinois is in 2nd. They're 9 points ahead of Iowa, 155 to 141 for your team points. And Cassidy taking a little bonk to the head, I think, here early. He was holding his head for a second.
You mentioned, in our pre-show, this is one of the matches you were really looking forward to. Burnett, in his semifinal bout, beat Cassidy's brother, Rocco. And he mentioned Bruno's semi, just the ending was a wild one.
Yeah, last second pin, lat drop. Cassidy kind of wrestles like his heavyweight brother, if I'm being honest. He loves the upper body ties.
Yeah.
He was locking up overhooks and underhooks the entire match in his semifinal, and then at the last second, got his lat drop and secured the fall.
One of the things to watch out for, too, Burnett really favored his left elbow. You see it has it taped up. The semifinal bout really had to take some injury time there to see if it's a factor here in the finals.
And Burnett was on the leg. I'm not really sure why he backed out like he did, but that allowed Cassidy to get to the leg. And caution 1 offered, but it's going to be white paddled. No points yet, but Burnett was 6 seconds to score here before Cassidy's going to get a point on the shot clock. And there it is. First point of the match. And this is where Cassidy's comfortable in this over-under. See him taking ground, blocking off Burnett's left elbow with that thumb block. Giving Cassidy the advantage, not allowing Burnett to circle back in. Cassidy with the leg attack. Burnett counters as the 2 go out of bounds. What's it going to be? 2 blue offered, 1 red offered.
And 2 confirmed. Burnett was looking to his corner there for a moment, maybe asking for a brick, but they keep it in the corner. So it's 3-0 here as we approach the end of the first period.
Heavy snap from Burnett right to the mixer. 2 points. Cassidy holds him for a second. Burnett recovers, and they go out of bounds but are grounded. Whew. So just 2 blue as time expires.
What a flurry there. 2 red. What a flurry.
Excuse me, yes, 2 red.
Man, to end the period. And that was big for Burnett, because now it just puts it 1 score down rather than the
you
2
feel a
or
lot
4.
better going into the break.
Yes.
3-2 versus down 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to go back and watch that 2-point sequence for Cassidy on the edge.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how we ended up with 2 points there for Cassidy, but nonetheless, we got a good match on our hands. 2 minutes to go. Burnett coming out attacking, looking for a dump. Cassidy holding him in front headlock. Cassidy with that left elbow trap, so we're going to get a stalemate. Another heavy snap from Burnett and runs right through Cassidy. Transitions to a gut wrench, punches right then left. Back to the right, really driving his feet, but not going to get it.
Oh, look at that. Little trap arm.
Got it once. No, did not get back to defensible position. That's going to be another one, though. 2 more offered, but white paddled. So just 2 gut wrenches there for Burnett. Makes the score 8-3. Gray Burnett really opening this match up there with the takedown in 2 turns. As we know from his semifinal, though,
Yep.
Cassioppi never out of a match.
Don't count him out.
Burnett diving in, getting really extended here. Cassioppi going to try and break that lock and come behind. Not going to be able to, so we're going to get a stalemate. With 41 seconds to go.
And the urgency really picks up here for Cassioppi. Down 5. Needs to put together some points really quickly here.
Yeah, but it looks like he's going upper body, digging that underhook. Should have been a warn. Burnett clubbing a little hard. Burnett going elbows in hard. You saw him. And pops high crotch. Switches off to the double. Cassioppi threatening with the chest wrap. Burnett, you can see him jumping, trying for 4, but he's just going to get 2.
And I think that was a case of, Cassioppi really trying to force that upper body position,
You see him here standing straight up. So inside trip.
Burnett went there.
Yeah. So Burnett has to engage for these last couple seconds. Slip call. A formality with 1 second to go. Because Gray Burnett is your Fargo champion.
Yeah, impressive stuff there from Burnett. Cassioppi takes the early lead, builds a 3-point lead early, but Burnett pretty methodically, slowly comes back, gets on top, gets to his gut wrenches, and comes away with a 10-3 victory for the stop sign.
Flips the hat backwards, and that win for Burnett will bring Ohio tied with Iowa for 3rd place in the team race.
Here we see some of the highlights from this match here. There's the 2-point for Cassioppi on the
continuation.
edge. That could have been 2 there, but in the end, it's Burnett coming out on top. We're going to go to a quick break before our next pair of finals. We'll catch you back for 113 pounds in just a second. And we are back here at 113 pounds. It says on your screen, Gray Burnett. That's not him. He's not wrestling another match. That's just one time. Landon Sidden from Pennsylvania. His opponent will be Isaiah Harrison out of Colorado.
Harrison with a big win over Connor Larkin in his semifinal, 12-0. Larkin was really on a tear. I was really impressed with him, and Harrison had no issues. So I'm excited to see what he can do here in a tough opponent on the inside.
Yeah, Sidon, he was equally impressive in his semifinals over Horchuk. And start to finish, he get the 10-0 tech, and now we see him going to work here. Hasn't been rear standing. He's able to get the takedown. Sidon strikes first.
Sidon looking for a leg lace. He does have it locked, but we're going to go out of bounds.
Yeah. He was pretty systematic with that leg lace in the semis. That's what he used to rack up those points.
Harrison staying low, now darting into a single leg. Comes up to the underhook. Sidon clears out. Sidon holding on to that right tricep of Harrison hard, preventing him from coming around and scoring the takedown here. So the official's going to put him back on their feet with 40 seconds to go in the first. hard snap from Seiden. One direction, then the other. I like this movement from Seiden heading the hole. Picks up the takedown, extends his lead to 4 points. Once again, going back to that leg lace.
Harrison a little bit slower to get up there. We approach the end of this first period.
Another go behind attempt.
Ooh, now he's got a
for
cradle.
Seiden. He's going to get it. There was time on the clock.
And
No
that's time.
fall. Just the 2 points on the exposure to make the score 6-0.
They've got 8 on the board.
2 and 2. Did they give a takedown and then exposure?
Yeah, that must be it. I did see the whistle, throw up 2 and then throw up 2 again really quick.
Okay. I thought it was fast enough. It was just 2, but that's why I'm not an official.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Harrison's corner, do you challenge that? I don't know.
No, that's big though, because now a takedown finishes this
Ends
match.
it. Yep. And as we've already seen, Seiden can strike quick.
Hard hand fight from Seiden. Back in his front headlock position. Dresser dump for 4 points for the tech fall. Harrison wanted continuation to pick up a couple points there, but not going to get it. So Landon Seiden, he was ranked number 11 in the country coming into this. This was a tough bracket. He might go up here a bit in these national rankings because he looked great here this week in the Fargo Dome.
Yeah, really impressive tournament. Impressive semi and finals there, putting together a lot of points. Landon Seiden, and really excited to watch him moving forward as his career unfolds. See some highlights from that match, see the quickness on display here from Seiden as he gets the takedown. Here's the cradle. And final takedown there for the win. And so Seiden is your winner at 113 pounds, and we'll be back with you here in just a second at 120 pounds. Welcome back for our 16U freestyle finals, and we are ready to get going with our 120-pound final bout, taking the mat on your screen in the white and red singlet out of California. Michael Romero and his opponent will be in the blue singlet out of Kentucky, Jaden Rainey. Jaden Rainey, a double Fargo champ last year in both freestyle and Greco.
Yeah. Fargo last year was kind of the breakout tournament for the Rainey twins.
Yep.
Jaden won 106 in freestyle, 113 in Greco. So trying to go back to back. The two are good at folk style as well, but really excel in the international styles. But it's Romero who comes out firing here with the double leg. Rainey draping over top, fighting ankles. Now locking in the crotch. Close to exposure. Now he's going to get it. Nice defense there from Jaden Rainey.
He was working for that cradle for a moment, but Romero wisely got that leg back.
And Rainey already with the exposure, so no points for coming around behind. And the quick parterre whistle puts the two back on their feet.
There you go, good. Hands moving.
Romero hasn't really been in a close match this tournament. 9-3 in the semis was his closest decision. Other than that, all tech falls all the way through the tournament.
Here comes up.
Rainey, on the other hand, he's been in some wild bouts. His round of 16 match with Geronimo Rivera, 17-16 bout. Quarterfinal bout, 4-2. And then Rainey, just for the fun of it, put up 17 more points in the semis.
Wrist roll, wrist roll. Good movement. Good. Good,
Controlling the
JJ.
center here. Now shoots in. Shot double switched off to a single.
Now he's got a cradle.
Watch yourself. You're good.
Rainey pops his head out though.
Left leg.
Rainey's so good defensively, keeping that left leg back.
You got 10.
Romero elevating, trying to reach that far leg now in
got
quad
5
spot
seconds.
position.
Attaboy.
Marino's, and look at the
Wow.
ground. Savvy wrestling there.
Yeah, really good job
Jaden
there from
Rainey.
Rainey.
Knew what he had to do, knew how much time was left. And that's why he's up 2-0 going
Yeah.
into the break here.
Really impressive defense. And he didn't just display the defense from one position. It was one position to the next position to the next. And on the edge of the mat there. Impressive stuff there from Jaden Rainey. But Romero has shown the ability to get to legs. And so, I'm sure we're going to see some good exchanges here as the wrestlers work their way back to the center of the mat in the second period here.
Hands down, hands down. Good. Watch the double. Nice, good. Here comes the double. Nice, JJ. Good pressure. Yep. Good. Up.
Rainey trying to get to Romero's legs, can't get past his head defense though.
Good. Control, control. Good. Good. Here it comes, here it comes.
It's that headgear,
Stay going,
the forehead
stay going.
plate.
Yeah, up.
Now
High,
Rainey
high.
is able to get past the head defense. Nothing yet. There's the 2 points for Rainey. And Romero holding on. He's going to give up 2 more on the exposure. Romero has to crawl forward, but now Rainey's in a leg lace. Gets 1, and they go out of bounds. Jaden Rainey, just like that, now up 8-0.
Shopping space is coming. Hands down. Hands down. Left hand. Left hand. Left hand.
I feel like the score should actually be 10-0, but it's okay. We get some more wrestling. I think they didn't put 1-2 point score up for Rainey, but with 55 seconds to go, Rainey's in a really good position here.
Here it comes. Watch it up. You're good. You're good. Hands right hard here, JJ. Good. Here comes shot. Hands down. Good. Good. Clear. Hands right here, JJ.
30 seconds to go. Romero fires off an attack. Rainey looking for a re-attack. There it is. Not yet. Rainey hooks the legs, pops his head out, and there it is.
Way to go, JJ.
No doubt, Jaden Rainey puts it away. 10-0. Really impressive stuff from Jaden Rainey. He's on his way again. Another Fargo title. That's 3 for him.
Yeah, Jaden Rainey, freestyle and Greco, Jaden Rainey just hits different.
Yeah. Yep. Really impressive stuff. And now you see some of the replays there. You see some of the scores. That leg lace, the edge of the mat, and the final takedown to put it away. And the hand raise. Jaden Rainey is your champion at 120 pounds. We're going to take a quick and we'll be back with you for a 126-pound final.
Wrestling for the championship on mat 2 at 126 pounds. From Team California, Leo
And we are back with you for 126-pound finals. On your screen from California, you see Leo Maestas, and his opponent will be Timothy Kester, that blue singlet out of Bettendorf, Iowa.
Low, right away.
Maestas in the white and red, Kester in the blue, and we are underway.
Maestas wasting no time getting to the legs, forcing Kester to drape over top and fight ankles. Maestas comes out the back door, elevates, looking for the trip. Now goes horseshoe finish. Great work there by Maestas.
Yeah, both these wrestlers had some wild semifinal matches. Maestas won 14-12. Kester 12-8. So I'm thinking we're going to see some
Points.
See some points here.
Maestas controlling ties right now. And nice single leg. Once again, popping up and elevating. This time throws both legs off to the side. And no finish yet. He's going to have to hook that near ankle. Kester still holding onto that left leg, preventing Maestas from coming behind. Nothing yet, and Kester holds on for the stalemate.
Yeah, that takedown looked imminent there.
Yes,
Good,
it did.
Good defense from Kester.
One shot, then two from Maestas, but not able to get past the head against defense of Kester. Now he is back to that same single leg. Good baseline defense here this time from Kester. And another stalemate. Clock winding down here in the opening period. And that's how the first period will end.
Yeah, story of the first period is just Maestas in on a single leg.
Yep.
You know, I'd like to go back, kind of count how long he was there, but Kester not able to get to his offense as a result of Maestas being in on his legs.
Maestas was doing a good job of getting to inside control tie, but Kester doing a good job of controlling the wrist of Maestas. And there you see him trying to go back to it, and that same single leg. Can he finish this time? He's got a better angle this time. Now above the knee, elevating, jumps cradle. He's going to get 2 points. Kester in danger here. This is pretty tight. Yep, Maestas sinks his hips on top. Fall off or confirmed.
Leo Maestas is fired up, flexes to the crowd, finishes his Fargo run with a fall, exclamation point. Man, what a way to do it. What a way to go out on top, get that stop sign. Really impressive stuff there from Leo Maestas, and the difference was his ability to get to the legs, his ability to impose his will, and there's the cradle. We see the finish and the hand raise. And Leo Maestas, our champion at 126 pounds, will be back with you here in second for 132 pounds. Fargo finals. We're going to be with you here for 132 pounds in just a second. Junior final, taking the mat right now. 132 pounds, we'll see Jaden James versus Manuel Sadata. James out of New Jersey, Sadata out of Nevada.
Sadata having a really good tournament. He's only given up 18 points this entire tournament, and they all came in one match. His round of 16 match with Fargo, Minnesota, the score was 23-18.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Besides that, he's gone 12-0, 10-0, 11-0, 10-0, 10-0 over his opponents.
And there you see Jaden James in that red singlet out in New Jersey. And Manuel Sadata coming to the mat, down the stairs, through the smoke in the blue singlet, out of Nevada.
James has looked really impressive in his own right this tournament. Started off with 4 tech falls before winning 15-4 in the quarters and then 8-0 in the semis. Woo. Nice duck there from James. Gets the leg, brings it way up, and wanted the takedown, kind of tripped himself up there on the edge, and just gets the step out.
Man, he made that look so smooth, so easy, getting the leg there.
Yeah, he was hitting that in his semifinals too. Really good duck on James. 2-on-1 throw by for Sadata, uses it to get to the legs. James trying to expose with his legs. Oh! Sadata going body lock right into a gut wrench. He didn't get the gut wrench.
He is getting close to that.
Yes, he is. I don't know how James isn't going over. There he does. Another one? No. And they go out of bounds. No points for James there. As he steps over. So 6-1 is going to be our score.
Yeah, really impressive there. And you know, it really resulted from James trying to scramble out of a position where maybe he could have gave up 2 points, but trying to scramble, trying to get to a better position, and Sadata makes him pay for it.
And Sadata pulling Whizzer on the edge, but goes out of bounds. So another step out for James. Brings him within 4 points. There's that duck again.
Wow.
As soon as Sadata touched him and came in, he timed it perfectly. No takedown yet. Needs to get a head, an elbow, or a knee down. They're running around the circle. Finally, James breaks him down. Pick up his first takedown of the match.
And you don't, you know, on these big stages, this big level here, you don't usually see 2 of those smooth ducks in one match. You usually see it one time. Okay, fool me once.
Yep. Talking about high stage, a high gut wrench there.
Yeah.
From James, tries to score at 7. Sadata still in the lead on criteria with that 4-pointer.
Yeah. He's got that in his back pocket. 4-point criteria. See if he can score any more points here. But as I say that, James puts Sadata on his back here, but here is going to come to a close, 8-6.
You mentioned James maybe trying an unconventional defense, costing that 4-pointer for Sadata. That time, Sadata trying to go head cartwheel defense allowed James to step over and pick up his exposure.
Man, 8-6 in a 2-minute first period.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, this match is one where we're going to want to watch the highlights too. We've seen some ducks and big 4s. We're only halfway through.
Sadata pressuring forward with the 2-on-1, switches to underhook and gets 1 point on the step out.
Headlock! Step! Stay on the elbow!
Sadata controlling the right elbow of James.
Elbow down! Have that right arm down! Watch the drag!
Drag attempt for James, uses it to get to the leg. Now elevating. Sadata can be tricky for here. He's trying to pull James down with the wizard, and he does.
On your feet! Pressure on!
1 point offered and confirmed
One score!
for James, putting him back up by 2 points.
Elbow
A
jab!
2-pointer would put Sadata in the lead on criteria.
Elbow pass!
Sadata goes 2-on-1. James counters with a single, comes up to the underhook. As Sadata pulls wizard. James hooking the far side. He's gonna have to get that arm out there. James close to 2. Sadate still with the wizard, so no points awarded yet. It's about to pop out. There it does. There's the 2 points for Jaden James.
11-7 now. 33 seconds to go. And Sadata does have the only 4-point move of the match, so if he gets to 11, he'll have criteria.
Nice single leg here from James, just a tap and go. And he's just trying to burn the clock here. Avoid giving up a chest wrap. That could have been big for Sadate, but James is going to come out on top, pick up 2 more, and that pretty much ices it now with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah. And really fun match here. This is where you wish there was a 3-minute period for matches like this.
Great match by Manuel Sadate. Chase PM and Gold Rush doing great things in Nevada, but today is Jaden James' day. He is your winner, 13-7.
Yeah, great tournament for James and impressive match there for him as well. Putting up 13 points in a Fargo final. He earned that stop sign. We'll go over. Love to see the great sportsmanship. Shake the coach's hand. Shaking everybody's hand, referee's hand.
I want to shake your hand.
Not the Marines. And getting the hat. And Jaden James, our champion at 132 pounds.
I would love to see those duck unders again. James hit in the first period.
Yeah, we'll see if any of those are part of our highlights here on our screen. We're going to see the big 4. And there's the high gut from Jaden James. And that's 132 pounds. We'll be back with you here in just a minute for 138. And welcome back for our 140 pound match here. Out of Georgia. It's in that red and yellow singlet. Stifler won a really tight match in his semi-final bout. Showed a lot of good defense, able to hold position really well. Stifler in the red, Gleason in the blue, and we are underway here at 138 pounds.
Gleason coming out, looking for that 2-on-1. Stifler squaring up, grabbing far elbow. Gleason sticking with this 2-on-1. Taking Stifler all over the mat. We've seen this in a couple 16U finals so far. If you can get to a 2-on-1 and keep it, you can really control a match.
Yeah. And that's going to put Stifler on the activity clock first. He has 30 seconds to score.
Trying to go back to that 2-on-1. Stifler knows, doesn't want it. Doesn't get put in the 2-on-1, but not able to score in the 30 seconds, so activity clock point goes to Gleason.
Stifler really picking up his hand fight here, looking to force his control positions. He does get to a shallow underhook on the right side, but we're going to see the period come to a close here with the score at 1-0. And this is, perfect example coming off our 132-pound match where we saw, 20 points go up on the board. Styles make fights, right? We got some defensive styles here. A little more of a chess match, we'll call it, right? We'll see here in the second period, if we don't see any points go on the board, we'll likely see Gleason get his turn on the activity clock. We are underway here in the second.
There's going to be our first technical points of this match. A step out to Gleason. So the score now 2-0. And it looks like it fired something up in Stifler. He comes out some heavy hands. Now drops down to the leg. Looking to come behind, but came up to the seatbelt, which allowed Gleason to pull Wizard. Get back up to his feet.
Hand fight. Get back to 2-on-1. Above the elbow.
Stifler now looking for a 2-on-1. Dueling 2-on-1s. And Gleason wins the 2-on-1 battle as he's looking to come behind. Stifler does a good job of squaring up. They go out of bounds. Grounded, no points.
Come on. Get to it. Above the elbow. Go for your head. You're okay. You're good. Above the elbow. Above the elbow. Right there. Stay in there. You keep controlling the action.
Gleason really doing a good job forcing his 2-on-1 here. And that's been the difference so far in this match. Stifler really not able to work anything from the ties. Oh, that's a 4.
Stifler got to the body.
Offered 4 confirmed.
Stifler got to the body and made Gleason pay with the 4-pointer.
Only with 35 seconds to go in this match, Gleason going to need to get some offense going now.
Yeah, a 2-pointer won't do it for Gleason. He needs 3 points.
Hey, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Dad's got to shake out of there!
Stifler pressuring in with the underhook. 1 offered, 2 offered, 1 confirmed. Gleason throwing the kitchen sink at Stifler here, but it's too little, too late. Blue Stifler out of Georgia, your champion, 5-2.
Runs over, gives his coaches a quick hug before he comes back to the center to get his hand raised. We mentioned, A little bit more of a chess match, a little more tie-up battle, but it was one offensive exchange. The 4-point on the edge of the mat, that was the difference for Bruce Stifler. And because of that, he's bringing home stop sign. Back to Georgia goes the stop sign for Stifler. And here we see some match highlights. There's the 2-on-1 for Gleason, and then there's the 4-point move on the edge of the mat for Stifler. He comes